And good morning, it's just gone, turn myself down a bit. It's just gone 11 o'clock on Tuesday, October the 19th, 2010. Thank you to all the people that have reminded me to hit the record button this morning, which in doing so I have done. Thank you very much. What's going on in France? Anyone going to France for a holiday soon? We won't get anywhere. They're running out of petrol, dear. All on strike. Why is that? Well, they're all on strike. No one is working in France. They're very good at that, aren't they? Have you noticed that? The French, when they're upset about something, they all get going and they all get together and they all go on strike. You won't be able to get anything done if you're going to France. No petrol, dear. The airport in Paris, Le Charles de Gaulle, is running out of petrol, or whatever it is they put in those flying machines. Eh? Terrible. Have you seen it on the telly? Millions of people walking through the streets demanding that they should still retire at 62 or something else. You want to come here, dear? We have to work to 65. I believe 67 soon. We're not up in arms, dear. We just get on with it. The English, the British people, not just the English, the British people, we just get on with it. We don't run around streets like spoilt little children, moaning. Just get on with it, dear. It's terrible. Those strikes in France are terrible once they get going. They all come out, don't they? Everyone comes out. You can't even get a McDonald's, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm not sure that you can. Anyway, good morning, boys and girls. My name's Chris Reardon. A couple of messages coming in already. Good morning, Fag Ash Lil, who says, oh, no vocals. Yes, I forgot to turn my microphone on. I look, it's a good job I look. Oh, just a minute. For how long? For how long didn't you hear me then? Let me have a look. I have a feeling you didn't hear any of that at all, did you? I'm sorry, do I have to do all that again? Did you hear me talking about the French and all that? I forgot to hit the microphone. I've been sitting here and I suddenly looked over and my little meters weren't moving and I thought, oh, I haven't pressed something. Anyway, I was just saying in the news there, I hope you can hear it now. Did you hear any of that? You didn't hear any of it, did you? I was saying about the strikes. I'm sorry about that. Good morning. Let's start all over. Hang on a minute. Let's do it all over again. Just a minute. Just a minute now. I know those of you who are watching and listening to a recording of the show will have heard that. It's the other system. Here we go. Here we go. We'll start again. Are you ready? Excuse me. Here we go. Here we go.
Live from the Mirrorball studio in Royal Berkshire. This is Chris Reardon.
And good morning, it's a Tuesday morning, Tuesday, October the 19th, 2010, just coming up to 8 minutes past 11 in the morning. My name's Chris Reardon. I'm a little bit late this morning because although we were broadcasting, you were hearing silence, those of you that are with us live, weren't you? Anyway, we're here now. I'm going to make up for it. Did you see the news? What's going on in France? Eh? They're all on strike. Everyone is on strike. They haven't got any petrol. They're coming very close to running out of petrol or diesel for the airplanes at Le Charles de Gaulle airport. Did you notice the French accent? I do loads of different... I can speak loads of languages. Listen, I shall say hello and welcome to the show in many languages now. Are you ready? First of all, in English. Hello and welcome to the show. And now in French. Hello, and welcome to the show. Yes, and now in Irish, top of the morning to you, and welcome to the show. And now in Australian, good day, mate, and welcome to United Kingdom Radio. I can do all these different languages, yes. Anyway, if you're about to go to France, don't, because you won't get anywhere. Everyone's on strike. You can't go shopping or anything. Everyone is out on strike. Millions of people are walking through the streets of Paris. Bonsoir, Paris, comment ça va? Ouvrez la fenêtre. Fermez les portes. Bonsoir, nous et moi. Alors, à la piscine. Did anyone understand any of that French? No, you didn't, did you? Because you're not educated like me. I expect you can only speak one language. There are people watching this, listening to this show, who listen to this show to learn English. This is true. Millions of people from all over the world will be descending on London in the summer of next year, speaking just like me. Oh, by the way, I have a new accessory today, boys and girls. I have a United Kingdom, a Union Jack scarf, as given to me by one of the other presenters here on United Kingdom Radio, Mr. Terry Turner. Thank you, Terry Turner, for this gift. I'm wearing my Union Jack tie. The only thing is I'm sitting a little bit too far down to be able to see it. A Union Jack tie. Very, very nice indeed. Okay? Yes, millions of people will be coming over here and speaking just like me. So if you're working in a shop in London and you get people come in and they come in, excuse me, dear, could you help me? You know, you will know that they are listeners to this show because they're now talking like me. So I'm pleased to say that. Thank you very much to Fag Ash Lil for informing me that you didn't have any vocals earlier on. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I forgot to push a button there. Good morning to Zach, who's in Orange in Australia, who says, hi, Chris, just curious, how early do you start your video broadcast when your show's on air? Okay, well, about 30 minutes, really. 30 minutes, 45 minutes. If I'm the only one on... Well, usually it's either only me and Lee that does the video on here. So I'll come in around about 12:30 and just switch it on and fire it up, and then it just sits there and waits. Of course, the radio, the audio stream, is always playing a show out. Even if it's not live, it will pick up a recorded show and play that out. So we're always on the air. And that before me is playing something before. I can't remember who was before me today on the audio stream. Let me have a look. I think it was the lovely Sean Riches, wasn't it? Sean Riches is my favourite show here on United Kingdom Radio. Absolutely. He is hilarious. Now, if you haven't listened to Sean Riches yet, then go to the website for unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. Hit the download podcast button, and you can download one of his shows. He has you he's got this like dry sense of humour. Okay, you've got to listen to a couple of shows, and then you'll get into it. And he's just so funny, that boy, Sean Riches. He's also got this mega prize. He's given away tickets for something. I can't remember what it was now, or something like that. All right, we've got a couple of emails and things to do that I'd like to get through this morning as well. The email address to the show, if you want to join in at any time, is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Oh, by the way, you'll also notice now on the main United Kingdom radio site, that's unitedkingdomradio.co.uk, a clock has appeared. Have a look. If you buy a computer, have a little look. A clock has appeared. Have you seen it yet? Go there now, unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. Have you gone there? Can you see the clock? The three parts of the Union Jack at the top, right? On the left-hand side, just underneath that, a little clock has appeared. Isn't that wonderful? Now, this clock is actually more for our presenters on here than it is for you, dear loyal listener and friend to the millions. Okay? Hang on, Fag Ash Lil says, but the time on clock ain't right till the end of the month. What are you talking about? Fag Ash Lil, you're talking in riddles now, dear. Why isn't it right till the end of the month? It says 10:13. Now, the reason for that clock is that to pull all... Because we have presenters all over the world now. And the idea of the clock is to pull us all into time with each other, because the timing is a little bit out. What we're doing on United Kingdom Radio now is albeit working quite well. The whole technology thing is all functioning, seems to be functioning very well and all holding up all right. It's just a little bit of fine tuning we got to do now. So I've had. Oh, you're right. The clock's an hour slow, isn't it? The clock is an hour slow. Oh right, I'll have to. Just a moment, please. Where's my phone? I'll have to immediately ring... Where's Lee Mills? Just a minute. Where is he when you're... I'll have to go and get my mobile phone. Where is Lee Mills when you want him? He's nowhere to be seen, is he? Just a minute. Just a second. I'll have to go and get my phone now. Thank you very much for spotting that. I'll be back in a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to go and get my mobile phone. Hello, mobile phone. Where are you? I can't find it now. I can't find the mobile phone. Let me see if it's in the toilet. No, I don't know where it is. Well, oh, I know where it is. Just a minute. Here it is. I've got it. I've got it. Sorry. I'm going to have to ring Lee Mills now and tell him that the phone's not right. Lee Mills, there we are. Let's just give Lee Mills a quick ring. What would I do without you, Fag Ash Lil? It's true, darling, it's true. And Christopher McGrath informs me that it's an hour slow. You're quite right. That's completely wrong, that is. Dear me. Just ringing Lee Mills now. There we are. Good morning, Lee Mills. Now, you're not actually on air at the moment. I'd like to thank you on behalf of the listeners for putting the clock on there. But it's an hour slow. And I didn't notice it, and you didn't notice it, but the listeners have. Do you know how to sort that out, or what? Okay, well, not to worry. Can I leave you to that then this afternoon? You have to go... I think you have to go to time and date... Go to timeanddate.com, and there's probably another little... embed code there, I would guess. What it's not done is taken into account British summertime, is it? Yeah. I'll leave it with you. Thank you, Lee Mills. All right?
Are you going on air, are you?
I'm on there. What do you mean I'm going on air? I've been on for 16 minutes.
Are we live?
Well, you're not, no, because you're on a mobile phone. I can make you live. Just a minute. You are now.
Good evening, everybody.
Isn't
Come
it,
and join
love?
me today at 12 o'clock and watch the stream. That's all I want to say.
Hit the watch button for Lee Mills at 12 o'clock from UnitedKingdomRadio.co.uk. Thank you, Lee. Is there anything of interest in your show today, or is it all boring?
It's going to be good today. I'm going to make an effort, and it's going to be good.
Why is it going to be good?
Coming from the digital studios.
Why is it going to be good? What's in it?
We're going to be talking about stuff.
What stuff?
Stuff. We're going to be talking about holidays and busking.
Busking?
Yeah,
my cousin used to do that. Busking.
There you go.
Yeah, he used to do that. Anyway, have a good show at 12. Thank you.
Everyone, bye-bye.
Goodbye. Fag Ash Lil says, oh my God, your mic is so good. We heard you flush the toilet. Oh, I can do that again. Do you want to hear that again? Just a minute. Do you like that? It's kind of... 1 minute, let me close the door. I think it's nice to see, to have, like, homely things going on while you're doing a show. Now, of course, Lee Mills does his show now from a proper TV studio. I actually think it's quite nice to do it in a more homely atmosphere. Now, for example, behind me, I have, like, my chiming clock, which you'll hear every 15 minutes. I have a mirror today, and I change the things behind me. There's a teapot, there's a little Russian doll. That's Millie, who often calls in Minnesota. She's had a rough time recently, hasn't she? Poor old Millie. She's not with us this morning, I don't think. But her lovely nan has died now. She's had a rough old year, poor Millie. But you will come out of it, Millie. All right, darling. There is a bull. A bull that someone sent in. All sorts of things. Behind me, there are cards pinned to the... Not to my behind, but there's nothing pinned to my behind. Oh, that could be a good job for me, couldn't it? Perhaps I could be the donkey in that game, pin the tail on the donkey. I mean, I could turn up at places and just stand there on all fours and wait for people to pin the tail onto me. How painful would that be? No, there are some cards pinned up behind me, and indeed... Another card has been sent, and we'll be reading that out in a moment. All right, boys and girls. Just coming out to 11:20 on Tuesday, the 19th of October, 2010. As I say, there is now a clock on the website. The idea is to bring all the presenters together so we all know what the time is. It will, if I read you the time now, it is an hour slow at the moment. He'll sort that out a bit later on. If I read you out the time now, because there's always a delay in what happens here to when you either listen or hear it. And if you have an accurate clock where you are, you'd be surprised sometimes at the delay. If I read you the time that's coming off that clock, so it's now... pretend it's 11. I can pretend it says 11. So it's 11:20, and I'll tell you when it's 11:20, coming up to 11:20 now. So if you have a look at your clock, you'll see you're probably about a minute or possibly two behind me. So the delay can be quite long. The idea of having a clock is to try and pull all us presenters together and make it just a little bit slicker and smoother. All right, some messages coming in once again. Fag Ash Lil is enjoying the toilet being flushed. Are there any other noises, any other household noises you'd like to listen to? Please request them, okay? On the email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Fag Ash Lil said she beat me to 20. Well, you can't be faster than us. You can't possibly have got to 10:20 before. Oh, of course you did, didn't you? Yeah, because there's a delay. You see, there's always a delay from when I finish saying something and you getting it. Now, with the delay between me and you will always be less than the delay between other presenters and you, because other presenters first have to come into the Mirrorball studio here, not physically, you know, the programme comes in here and then from here goes back to you, okay, to dear loyal listener. So there's two delays involved there, so that's always going to be longer. So that's the idea of having a clock there. Fag Ash Lil says, I would love to hear the sound of the kettle being put on so you could make me a cup of tea. Well, unfortunately, I don't have a whistling kettle, really. I mean, I could bring a kettle in here. Actually, funny story about that. Years ago, I was on a small radio station in London called Freedom FM. It was just a temporary station. And the guy doing the breakfast show thought it would be a good idea to sample various different breakfasts on air and give people their thoughts on them. So they did the old, the Frosties and the cornflakes. Zach, did you disappear for a moment, Zach? Zach in Australia, I think you might have disappeared then. I just saw your little name fly up on the screen there. So they were trying these various different breakfast cereals. And then one day he had this good idea of doing a fried English breakfast. So they bought all this stuff in. They bought in a kettle and one of those, the little electric cookers. There's sort of two plates on, and you plug them into the mains and you do food like that. So he bought this in and he went on air and he said hello to everyone. He said, right, we're going to start cooking the English breakfast. And they switched on the cooker and it fused everything. The entire station went off air. So I don't think that's a good idea, Lil, but I can understand you saying it, all right? Zach says where he is, the delay is 1 minute and 45 seconds. That's you see? So there's always a delay up to about 2 minutes. I mean, for all you know, I might be dead now. I might have died 2 minutes ago, and you won't know about it for 2 minutes, by which time the ambulance will be too late. Isn't that awful? When you die, do you think you should be buried with anything? What would you like to be buried with if you died? There's a good question for you. If you're with us live, and it's 24 minutes past 11, October the 19th, 2010. If you're with us live, you can join in on Skype or email. Now, my Skype username, if you want to talk to me, is all one word, United Kingdom Radio. You can also call in on that number. You can call in and talk to me live on the show this morning. When you die, What would you like to be buried with? Or if you don't want to talk to me, you can just send a live message on the Skype. That's all right as well. And whether you're with us live or watching or listening to a recorded show, you can always join in on the email. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. All right, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Now, I've just got a couple of messages I've just spotted on the Facebook. I have got Facebook. My Facebook username is Chris Reardon UK. That's my personal Facebook username, Chris Reardon UK. Fag Ash Lil is on there as well, creating all sorts. She's everywhere today. Good morning, Lil. Let's have more Fag Ash Lil, who says, trouble is, with Chris, it means he will just talk faster to fit it all in, so half the world will not understand him. Are you not understanding me, Fag Ash Lil? Turn your hearing aid up, dear. Is it switched on this morning? Turn your hearing aid up. God's sake. She says he just spent 5 minutes talking gobbledygook. Are you not understanding what I'm saying? Chris Speed also does a brand new show here on United Kingdom Radio. He's on Sunday night live at 9 o'clock UK time. Or, of course, you can catch the podcast. Now, if you're into Disney, anything to do with Disney, that's the show for you. He talks all about what's happening at Disney, little tips, where you can get money off, and all sorts of things like that, okay? If you want to listen to one of his the older shows, there's 2 up there at the moment, I think, then, again, go to unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. Click on Download Podcasts. The podcast download page looks a little bit different now, much cleaner than it was, I think. All right, and you can find Mousecast with Chris Speed. Try one of those. It's all about Disney. Great show there. Good morning to Candy Cane, who says it's the same as yours, 12:20 on the dot. Oh, well, you're an hour fast, aren't you? It's not 12 yet, dear. It's 11. Candy cane backs to 11 o'clock. There we are. Now, let's do some of these emails then. Have we got any messages? A couple of messages quickly. Zach says, do we use coordinated internet time? Well, we should do. But that clock that's now on the website is the one that I've asked everyone to use, and hopefully that will synchronise us all together, because I don't think all the presenters have hooked up to... They're not all technically savvy. I mean, I'm not that good, to be honest, at computers anyway. So there we are. First of all, from a YouTube message here, from the Alexa Diaz, that's the username. I quite enjoy the show. Now I must begin as a regular viewer. Well, thank you very much. And tell us a bit about yourself. Where are you? What do you do? We like to be nosy here at United Kingdom Radio. We like to delve into other people's lives. We do. I'm always fascinated to find out what's going on in your life. Not celebrities' life. We're not interested in celebrities. We're not interested in people like Katie Price and her 10 inches of makeup. Have you ever seen her without makeup? God's sake. She's a rough old girl, she is. Have you seen her? Katie Price without the makeup? Rough as ours, she is. Rough, dear? That's an understatement. My cat looks better than her. I mean, I don't understand why newspapers and magazines such as Hello haven't come round here asking to photograph my cat nude, or possibly topless. Whether or not she'd shave her fur off, I don't know. Emails, here we go. Oh, by the way, my sisters, did I tell you my sisters, not my sister, my nephew and his girlfriend have got a new dog. It is a baby Rottweiler dog, and it is called Bison. I love that name for a dog. Bison. And already he's getting very big. Very, very big dog. And I said to my sister last night on the phone, I said, I can't wait to come round and pick not Dyson. Dyson is the Hoover that I have. It isn't actually alive. Bison, Dyson. Very similar names, easy to get confused, and I just did. Bison the dog. And she said, you won't be able to pick him up by Christmas, the amount of weight he's putting on. Massive, beautiful little dog at the moment. Such a cute little face. And one of the cats has taken to him, and they follow each other around and play with each other all the time. Isn't that nice? I think that's nice. Fag Ash Lil says, I think Katie Price is trying to do the whole animal owner thing. So perhaps she's just trying to look like a horse. Yeah, yeah. Wouldn't that be quite funny if you went up to Katie Price in the street and held up a lump of sugar at her mouth? I don't suppose that's the only thing she's had in her mouth this month. Anyway, back to the emails. Hello to Mark in Bristol. Hello, Mark. Are you near that very long bridge? What a cheek to have that you have to pay to get into Wales. What's going on there? Why do we have to pay to get into Wales? You don't have to pay to get out, do you? But they don't leave, do they, the Welsh? They stay there. Why that? Beautiful. Have you been to Wales? Beautiful part of it. Oh, the Brighton beacon's really, really nice there. Incidentally, we have got a card from Kath in Wales we'll be reading out in a minute. Okay, Mark says, as usual, I listened to your latest podcast, Saturday. I think it's the Saturday before, actually. I agree with you about Terry Turner's prizes. Now, Terry Turner and Travis Mitchell do a show here on United Kingdom Radio live on Friday nights at 8 o'clock UK time. And they're giving away at the moment a Roberts Stream... There goes my clock, listen. You like that, don't you? Eh? You like the homeliness. And maybe we should have a bit of a kitchen set behind me, kitchen appliances, a toaster and that sort of thing. Eh? Just a thought. Yes, and they're trying to give away a Robert Stream 202 radio, and it's a blooming hard competition. It just involves random numbers and things like that. And I'm starting to get in letters and emails from people who are telling us that it is practically impossible to win this radio. And I'm wondering, is anyone ever going to win this radio? Terry Turner says, you see, I find this complication incredibly, I don't know how it works. I've never really been able to work out how low auctions work. Have you ever heard of those? Where a radio station or something like that has a prize, say it's a 50-inch plasma television set, and you have to ring in, and the lowest unique bid wins that particular thing. I find that quite complicated as well. Someone did explain it to me last year, I think it was, or even the year before. And I kind of got the gist of it, but still couldn't quite work out how that happens. Anyway, Terry Turner's competition on Friday nights at 8 o'clock UK time on unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. You have to choose a selection of numbers. And he will tell you if any of the numbers you've guessed are part of the puzzle. But you might have... one out of how many numbers do you have to choose? Is it 4 or 5? I don't know. Say it's 4. No, actually, I think it's 6. Is it 6 numbers? Out of the 6 numbers, he will say, well, you've got 2 of the numbers right, but they're in the wrong order. That's it. I think that's it. So if the numbers were sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and you said, I think the numbers are 2, 1, 7, he would say, well, you've got one of the numbers in the right order, in the right place, and you've got one of the other numbers right, but it's in the wrong order. It's incredibly good. No one can win. But he did tell me that he thinks someone's going to win it this week, because apparently people actually write down these numbers. Right? They write down these numbers as other callers ring them in, right? And then when it's their turn, they try and suss it out like that. So I can't work out. I'd never win anything like that. So there we are. If you want to win yourself a Roberts Stream 202 radio, then Terry Turner and Travis Mitchell are your men. I use the term men very loosely. And they're here on unitedkingdomradio.co.uk on Friday night at 8 o'clock UK time. By the way, one of those radios, they're not cheap. That's worth probably about £140, £150, one of those. All right? Talking of radios, a new gadget has arrived, boys and girls. Do you remember last week I was telling you I was looking for one of those DAB adapter radios for my car? Well, it has arrived this morning. And here it is. Oh, yes. It's made by Pure. I've got the box in front of me here. Rather nice box, I have to say. And I got this from Amazon because I went to Halfords. And I went to Curry's, and neither of them stocked this. So I ordered it on Amazon. It is a Pure highway DAB radio. Now, I would ideally like for the car an internet radio. Let me just pull something across here. But they don't make them yet, or at least I couldn't find one on the internet or anywhere, so they don't make them yet. Couldn't find one of these in the shops, and here it is. It's still got this little bit of plastic on the front there to protect the screen, and basically this will convert your car radio into a DAB radio. Now, you don't have to actually wire this in, right? Because it's got like a little transmitter in it. So you tune it to a spare part, to a spare place on the radio, and then you can pick up DAB radio. Now, the reason I got this is because on journeys to and from London, and indeed when I go up and see my sister, I do quite like to listen to BBC Radio 5 live, and also Talk Sport now and again while I'm going up and down the motorways. And both of these stations are on AM. And certainly at night time, even from London to my house, and it's not particularly far, the stations keep fading out all the time, and you can't hear them properly. Well, I've got a DAB radio in the bathroom, so I think it was Friday night. Friday or Saturday night? I put the radio on the seat next to me in the car, stuck the area up and listened to Radio 5 live on DAB, and it didn't cut out at all. It was like perfect. So I've bought this, and hopefully I'm going to set this up as soon as I finish the show today, and have a little listen to that, and hopefully that will sort out my radio problems. It's a very small unit, and it sticks on the windscreen. It's got one of those, where's the thing? It's like a grey unit with lots of little buttons on the top. Scan and presets and things like that. Cute little thing, and I think it's got one of those. Let me see if it's... One minute. Oh, there it is. Yeah. And it's got the... It's got a thing that you stick on the windscreen, you see. And that should hold it on there nicely. I must admit, I mean, I've got a sat-nav as well. And I often find while I'm driving along, if I'm using that, does it ever fall off the windscreen for you? Why does that happen? Is it like they don't always stick on the windscreen properly, do they? So there we are, another little gadget. And of course, you know, another item, as I mentioned on Saturday's show, that you've got to stick onto the windscreen. I mean, soon, as I mentioned Saturday, we won't be able to see out the windscreen. There's all sorts of gadgets stuck on there now. We got the sat-nav, I've now got the DAB radio, the mobile phone, the car tax disc, the mirror hanging. I can barely see out the window, dear. Can't see out the windscreen. And yet another gadget, of course, that you have to remove from the car when you leave it. Yes. Especially some of the areas that people live. I mean, Candy Cane Baxter, who's now become a regular viewer listener of the show, I mean, she lives in a rough area of, oh, Christ. Is it Watford or somewhere like that she lives? Dear me, that's rough there. I mean, she pretends that she's in this great big old mansion with hundreds of bedrooms. It's a council flat. It's not only a council flat, it's a hard-to-let council flat. She lives with her other half, James, who sits there usually, doing nothing, wrapped in blankets, demanding the heating to be turned on. But I will say that about Candy Cane Baxter. She, like me, doesn't believe in putting the heating on unless absolutely necessary. Now, some of you in the UK may be surprised to hear that this year, no, not this year, but since March, my heating has not been on. It went on once for 20 minutes just to keep everything moving, because you're supposed to turn it on now and again, you know, just to make sure that nothing seizes up. That's the only reason. It hasn't gone on yet. Do not turn your heater on. I think my auntie has gone mad. Do you know she's had the heating on practically every night for the last week or two? I mean, she's lost the plot completely. How can you waste the earth resources and, more importantly, your money like that? Put a jumper on. Don't waste your money. Oh, the gas people love it, don't they? They're sitting there, all cold weather, all little old misers sitting there rubbing their hands together, knowing how much money they're stealing out the back of your pocket. They really are, boys and girls. Don't put the heating on unless you need it. Can I get on with my emails, please? I feel I'm being drawn in another direction here. You know, I am being drawn in another direction. Okie doke. Here come the emails then, kids. Hello to Mark. Oh, hang on, we've read that bit, haven't we? I agree with you about Terry Turner's prizes. It seems to go on forever. Yes, it certainly does. He says, I will join in. Perhaps if I offer a triple cheeseburger, I might win. Well, Terry Turner does like the occasional cheeseburger. Crisps, anything that's bad for you, Terry Turner loves, and it just sits there piling on those pounds. He really does. He finishes the cheeseburger and immediately starts work on the next meal. By the way, I'm having a meal out today. After I finish the show and I've uploaded and done the recording and all that, I'm going to Brighton today, boys and girls. I have a night off. Does anyone want to take me out? Anyone want to take me out tonight? I'll tell you what, I'll sit here and wait. Come on, I'm waiting for a date. Someone somewhere must. I mean, you hear that old Stites tale, don't you? Oh, there's someone for everyone. You haven't met the right one yet. Oh, there's a message coming in. It's from Wayne. Is it a date? Oh, I'm working. Sorry. Okay, no, Wayne's not going to take me out. Fair enough. Okay, I'll wait. Anyone else? Come on, where are the offers? Someone must want me. Someone must want a slightly hair-thinning, middle-aged, not too far overweight man. Oh, Fag Ash Lil says, oh, great, thanks, pal. I thought you were taking me out tonight. No, sorry, Fag Ash Lil, wrong sex, darling. Come on, lads. There must be someone out there who wants a date tonight. I'm waiting. What's the ideal? Oh, okay. Tall, dark and handsome. You can be any race. Between the ages of, let's say, 25 and 38. Oh, come on, that's a good age range, isn't it? 25 and 38. I'm waiting. Maybe the phone's not working, is it? Let me just check. Oh, no, it is working. No dates. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, back to the email. Mark. Oh, yes, sir. So I'm going down to Brighton to visit my friend Jason later on. Because you know that carvery we go to, the one I told you, it's £3. It's gone up. I think it's £3.49 for a full roast dinner. Oh, it's wonderful. At a place called the Salt... Is anyone in Brighton? Here, why don't we all meet up for dinner? In Brighton, the Salt Dean Tavern. Okay. Probably round about 3 o'clock this afternoon. I'll be in there with my friend Jason. Now, you'll recognise us. I'm sort of not too tall, stunningly good looks, no wrinkles, full head of hair, and I'll be dressed rather trampishly, I'm afraid. I will be dressed trampishly. Okay? And my friend Jason is like short and a bit overweight. Yeah. We'll both be in the Salt Dean Tavern. It's actually in Saltdean, which is next to Brighton, just on the coast. It's right on the coast, this is. And we'll be there about 3 o'clock UK time. Anyone coming for a dinner? I'll tell you what, I might even buy you dinner. You lucky. Oh, I hope hundreds of people don't turn up now. Anyway, back to this email. Mark says, poor old Mikey Holt, you might have to have a go at him. Thank God he's straight. Imagine him in bed complaining and shouting, you put your left leg in, and you have to tell him, no dear, that's for your tights. He says, and I agree with you, and I think it was Craig, that the lotto, you know, the UK lottery, should be split into smaller prizes, i.e. 2 million quid. That's enough for anyone. Oh, yeah, absolutely. The lottery, 2 million quid. I mean, they were giving away £112 million the other day. What are you going to do with that? Come on. I mean, it's ridiculous for one person to win that. I think it should be split up. Should be split up. 2 million quid maximum each. And then look how many, 80 people would win, wouldn't they? 80? No, 112, 61. 60, no, 61, 112, that's 112. Yeah, it was about, is it 61? 61, 112. Just a moment. I've got my calculator here. I'm sure, is it 60, 112 divided by 2. Oh, hang on. 112 divided by 2 equals 56. Sorry, 56. 56 people could get £2 million each. Just imagine the happiness on their little faces. They could even afford to employ me to DJ for their parties. Eh? Oh, hello, Sam. Good morning, Sam. May see you in the tavern. Yes, Sam, I'll be there about 3 o'clock. I didn't know you was with us this morning, Sam. Good morning, Sam, who's in Brighton. Sam is the other half of the wonderful Dave Lynn. Havn't, who is a very proud gay Jewish man, Dave Lynn. And in fact, you may have seen him, actually. Good friend of mine in that film, Beautiful Thing. Do you remember that? I never saw it. I can't be watching too many puffy films. I'm sorry. I like men's films like Peter Pan. Oh, I like that. Don't you? And The Little Mermaid. Oh, I love that. Under the sea, under the sea. Oh, that poor little mermaid. She really is. I mean, Dave Lynn, if you imagine, compare Dave Lynn to a cartoon character, it would be the one with all the snakes in her hair. What's her name? In The Little Mermaid? Ushia? Is it Ushia? Elusis? I don't know what her name is. Yes, Sam, I'll be in the Saltdean Tavern at 3 o'clock with my friend Jason, having a carvery for £3.49. But we're going, not only is the food cheap at the moment, but if you print out, okay, a voucher, you get a free ice cream. Fantastic. Actually, I haven't printed out my voucher. I must check. Just a minute. Where is, yeah, bring Dave Lynn. That'd be nice. 4 of us having dinner in the Saltdean Tavern for £4 each. And a free ice cream. Hang on a minute now. Where's the, oh, I didn't print out the voucher. Jason, where is he? There he is. There's my friend Jason. Oh, just a moment. We've got a call coming in. Good morning, Party Jim. Are you calling?
Morning.
Hello?
Yes. How are you, Chris?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you over there today, all right? You're in the US of A, aren't you? What part?
Yes, I'm in Colorado.
Oh, Colorado. Is it cold there at the moment?
It's cooling off a little bit. It's about 45 degrees Fahrenheit.
All right, okay. Oh, that is cold, isn't it? Is that below freezing?
No, 32 is freezing.
Oh, well, you're not far off it, are you, mate?
Nope.
Anyway, what can I do for you today? Jim, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I just wanted to say good morning and wanted to shout out to Lil. I know she's listening there. She's my buddy.
Oh,
Love her to death.
You know the Fag Ash Lil. Actually, Fag Ash Lil isn't too far away from Saltdean as well. I wonder if she'd turn up today.
She's listening to you.
I know that. Maybe if you got one of those super fast planes, you could get there as well, Jim.
Nah, don't have it, so sorry.
What we need is a Concorde bag. Must be, what is it there, about 7 o'clock in the morning at the moment?
It's 4:47 here.
Right, okay. Lovely. Well, you have a nice day, Jim, and it's lovely of you to call in, sir.
You too, bud. Have a good one.
It's really nice to talk to you. Don't be a stranger, my friend. Bye-bye, Jim. Has he gone? Yeah, there he's gone. There we are. Thank you, Jim. There we are. It's nice to have someone call in now and again, even if just to say hello. Now, I've found me my voucher. What do I have to do? Join us on Facebook. Click the like button and you can download your voucher. Oh, I can't wait. Where's the like? There's the like button. Where's my voucher? Where is my voucher? Oh, here. Download your voucher here. A free ice cream. Get your voucher. Okay? Get your voucher. Oh, there it is. Do you want a voucher, Sam? Do you want me to print you a couple of vouchers off for a free ice cream? 1 minute. Hang on, let me just load some paper into the machine. Just a minute. Yeah. Oh, Sam. Sam's listening. He's down there in Brighton, as I say. Sam, I've just realised the bad news is, okay, I'm just having a deja vu here. I've printed ice cream vouchers for people before. I'm sure I have copies. Now so that's one for you, one for Jason, one for me, and one for Dave. 4. There we are. Just printing off our free ice cream vouchers. It says, spoil yourself with a free ice cream when you buy a Carvery Mill. They are being printed as we speak. How marvellous, dear. Can you hear them? 3, 4. There we are. Just a minute. Oh, hang on. Something else is happening here. There we are. 1, 2, 3. 4 ice cream vouchers. Yes. Lovely jubbly. Oh, it's going to be a wonderful day, I can just tell. Can we get back to this email, please? Thank you very much. Fag Ash Lil says, be careful what you say, Chris. I did go out the other night. Oh, where did you go? You weren't drunk again, were you? Yep. Print one for Dave as he don't eat. Don't worry, all the vouchers are printed. I'll be there, as I say, I'll be there about, okay, say between 3 and 3:30, all right? Because I've got to get from here to there yet. And I should be leaving here about, I reckon about 1 o'clock. So I'll get down to Jason about 2:30. So I reckon about 3 o'clock. I reckon I'll be there about 3 o'clock, okay? And we will be there. Definitely be there. Back to the email. Mark says, heard your podcast. Oh, the other half heard your podcast regarding him not letting me giggle at the stuff you say on podcasts when we are laying in bed. I wake him up giggling, if you remember. Anyway, he said to me, if you're happy with a man talking in your ear while we're in bed, that's okay. It won't be the first time. Oh, you aren't sleeping around, are you? It's very bad. What you need is a religion. Become Roman Catholic like me, Mark. Yes. I've got the cross, I've got the membership badge on and everything. Look at this. I've got the membership badge. It's all on here. Why don't you come to church with me on a Sunday where I play the organ? Yes, at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Roehampton. I'm actually going to change my organ times, though. I'm going to move to the 11 o'clock shift because I'm finding I do it at 6 o'clock on Sunday night, and then you see I go to work afterwards, and I find that a bit hard going, to be honest. I start falling asleep at work sometimes on a Sunday. Seriously, because I do have a little break, and I go in the back room and I kind of lay down and close my eyes, and I fall asleep. Mark says, that Fag Ash Lil woman, she sounds like a scream. Oh, she is. Completely off a rocker. Even worse than me. Oh, my God. Funnily enough, she is calling in at this moment. Good morning, Fag Ash Lil.
Sir, good morning, Mr. Reardon.
How lovely to hear that gruff old voice. How are you, darling?
Oh, fantastic, thank you. Talk about my gruff old voice. You just heard Jim's gruff old voice.
Yes, he's got a gruff old voice. Oh, you can see him sitting there smoking cigarette after cigarette, can't you?
I can't keep up with him.
What time did you get up this morning, Fag Ash Lil?
11 o'clock last night.
You got up at 11 o'clock last night?
I got up at 11 o'clock last night.
And you haven't been asleep yet?
No.
How many cigarettes have you had in that time?
Some.
Go on, how many?
I don't know, because I roll my own, don't I?
Oh, you're rolling your... It's much cheaper to do that, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't afford to have ready rolls.
Oh, fair enough.
That goes through, 100 plus a day, 120 a day, something like that.
Well, I don't like to frighten you, Lil, but my asthma at the moment has stopped since they give me this little steroids puffer thing I have in the morning now. It's completely stopped. But I'm actually going down to the doctor's on Thursday to have I've forgotten. It's spider grafts.
Sorry, I thought you said. I thought you were going to say having a
spirometer.
Smear test. Then
is it a what?
I thought you were saying you were going to have a smear test.
Not a smear test, no, dear. God knows what they'll find up there. That's a worry, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
A spirograph
That's
test.
in spirograph game.
Yeah, we did all this Saturday. The spirometer. Spirometer. Well, apparently it's these tests that you do to see if it is proper asthma or it is damage caused by smoking. When did you give up smoking? So I said 20 years ago. She said, oh, it's probably not that. I said, but I've worked in smoky atmospheres for many years. She said, oh, it might be then. So I'm having that done on Thursday at the doctor's at 2:30.
Well, was it Mr. Roy Castle? He very famously died.
Please don't bring that up, dear. Don't bring that up. Don't start frightening me. For
Yeah, you know,
Christ's sake,
he'd
dear.
never ever smoked a day in his life.
You want me to go, don't you? You want me to be dead. You're
If you
horrible,
had your
lady.
own email, your own thingy on, earlier on, you would have noticed a message from me, and you would have made it all very clear to you. Anyway, the only reason I rang you, Chris,
Yes.
was to say, can you print out 2 more of those ice cream vouchers, please?
Are you coming and all, Fag Ash Lil?
I'm going to come out to know.
Just a moment.
I went out the other night. I went to a gig.
Yes?
A fantastic time. I went out to an Hailstorm gig. Brilliant band. Look them up, everybody. Vicky Gannon actually saw them off my link on Skype.
All right, yeah.
And she said what a fantastic pirate accent they have.
A pirate accent. A pirate's life is good for me.
They were a Scottish pirate metal band.
Huggo, me Jimbads. Yes. Just a bit.
Yes.
Just printing off the vouchers for you, dear.
Good.
Wonderful. 2 more vouchers printed up, just in case you'll turn out. Saltdean Tavern at 3:00. You'll meet my friend Jason as well. And,
by the way, both the ice creams are for me.
a real live drag queen, Dave Lynn, but I don't know if he'll be in drag. I doubt that he'll be in drag. And there'll be his other half, Sam, with his strange... He usually has a strange hairdo of some sort on.
Well, I obviously won't come dressed up. If there's going to be drag queens there, I will not be able to compete.
Oh, no, don't come dressed up.
I do not have the legs.
You'll
queen.
see how I dress during the daytime. I'm just such a tramp. I mean, I'm not even dressed... I wouldn't be dressed good enough to appear on the Jeremy Kyle show, put it that way. I'm that bad.
Well, put it that way, one of my relatives picked up a piece of material the other day and said, "What is that?" I said, "They're my just tossing around jeans." They said there's more holes in them than material. Bin. Said what? But the gas man who came round last time didn't complain.
Oh, you do that as well. I am forever having... I used to have men round here all the time doing jobs that didn't need to be doing, just in the hope, that I might find someone, but that didn't work either, Fag Ash Lil.
You just got to keep trying, haven't you, Chris?
I do keep trying, though. I keep trying and trying and trying, but it just doesn't happen.
Well,
there's a lovely little place I go to that Sam may know, opposite the... what is that mosque-looking thing right near the pier? What's that called? Looks like a mosque.
Oh, you mean the, what was, Brighton Ballroom? Ballroom.
Do you know that it looks like a mosque, and it's like...
It's up a side street.
No. And it's like in the middle of the main road, just before you get to the pier. What is that called?
Oh, what, you mean Brighton Pavilion?
Is that what it is?
What, you mean the big house thing?
Yeah, but the top of it looks like a mosque.
Yeah, Brighton Pavilion.
Brighton Pavilion.
That's what I always...
There's a little place quite near there.
I always seen pictures of that.
I think it used to be called the Oasis. Sometimes I go in there, but
sorry, I thought you meant the real Brighton Pavilion.
I still don't meet anyone. I don't understand it, Lil. I really don't.
You just don't know the right folks.
No, I know. Oh, well, Lil, we might see you later then, darling.
Well, you never know.
Make sure you come over, though, because remember, I don't know what you look like.
I know.
That's the exciting thing. If you were to come behind me, of course you can't smoke in there, can you? If someone come behind me and blew smoke towards me, I would know it's you.
I could still have a fag in me gob even if it's not turned on. You'd know me anyway, Chris. I'd be the one going, oh yeah, she's already in Halloween costume, isn't she a bit early?
Oh, down at Belushi's on Saturday the 30th. They've asked me, will you be coming in fancy dress? Now, that's one thing, and there's a couple of things I'm really not good at. I'm never really very good at making things. I can do wires, and I can talk, as you know, and do other things like that.
Can't shut you up.
I've never been much good at making things look good, And I said, oh, I'm not very good at that. And they wanted me to come as a zombie. So I might print out a little picture of Lee Mills and just pin it to my face, and I think that might work.
That would be fantastic.
Lil, I'm going to go now because I've only got a minute left, darling.
There you go.
And I might see you later then.
Might do.
If you turn up, you do. If you don't, well, I shall miss you, of course. Bye-bye, Lil.
Bye.
There we are, Fag Ash Lil. Isn't it lovely to hear? And she's not actually in Brighton. She's near Brighton in a lovely place called Hove, actually. I mean, it is nice there. Now, we didn't get to the end of this email, unfortunately, but never mind. We'll do it on the next show. The next live show here from me is on Thursday mornings. Thursday morning at 11 o'clock UK time. And again on Saturday afternoons at 3 o'clock UK time. All right. For full details of all our shows here on United Kingdom Radio, go to unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. Lee Mills after me on the watch button. Okay, he's on the watch button. If you want to email the show at any time, please feel free to do so. Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Thanks for watching and listening. I'll see you again Thursday morning at 11 o'clock UK time. Bye bye now.